we go. A little poorly done, but since we haven't been here in quite a span of time, I don't think anybody's going to mind. So let me just bring over our heroes. And we're back here on the screen. I'm just going to make you guys a little bit bigger so that you're... I'm going to try to make you guys a little bit bigger so that we can actually see each other. Just going to increase the relative size of my two present gentlemen. If only it were that easy. Cast enlarge on yourself. No more, Hey, listen, I'm just saying, and it's not necessarily a part of the thing that we're doing here, but there's a joke in D&D that says the old rings are one size, if you know what I'm saying. Well, gentlemen, it is very good to see you. It is very good to be here. Now, as I remember, since I think the last time we played was near on a month ago, the party was actually split. There was one group of the party that had just gone down the sub-levels into the Tenki jail to find a certain bird-headed weirdo. And another group had gone into the jungle to rescue that bird-headed weirdo's brother, who was supposed to be dead. But as we both know in this world, dead is a very flexible definition, isn't it? So you tell me, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Excellent. Let me just cue up a little bit of music. Hang on. Internet's deciding that now is the time to be recalcitrant, as is usually the case. That sound you just heard is my best approximation of a turtle orgasm. Hello, Big Mike. Welcome. Please judge my... why don't you judge my turtling?
Vito says he's on the bathroom.
Ricardo may take a little bit longer to get to us.
What do you mean?
He said he was going to be a little late, didn't he?
No, that was Monkey.
Oh, Monkey, yes. Wow, I'm so sorry. By the way, ladies and
It's like
gentlemen...
Ricardo's right here. Like, what do you mean?
I am so sorry. It's, braining, trying to brain as bueno as possible.
Bro, I've been reading a lot of metaphysics shit. Don't do this to me, man.
Well, I've been reading a bunch of speculative fiction. You ever thought about having a spider make a computer out of ants? Somebody did. Adrian Tchaikovsky did. He's brilliant.
That sounds crazy, but interesting at the same time.
Actually, yes. The Children of Time series, really, really good. That wasn't just a random aside. It's just part of the world building. The second book is even better. This one has octopuses. Octopi? Octopodes. No octopussy, though, unfortunately. That gets a little...
I was
gets a little too
getting
Japanese
compelled to read it, but okay. I guess I'm gonna
highly
pass.
recommend it. Okay, sound coming through. We got a little bit of... Yeah, we got some audience. The sounds of the jail under Tenki are, well, a lot like what you're hearing now. The dripping of water, the scuttling of things in the dark. All the better to make the prisoners, the inhabitants of these cells, a little less comfortable, a little more wary. And it is in this ambience that we find one half of our party. There is the man who you know as Aku. There is our warrior Zurok, and the person that they have come to find. The elf with a bird's head called Hawkwind, who says, so, let me get this right. You're going to spring me out, and then you're going to pass me off as my dead brother to get my cousin free. Is that the short of it?
We're not gonna pass you up as anybody. You're just going to assume the role he... Like, I'm not expecting you to impersonate him. That would be fucking weird.
Well, thank God. Nobody wants to be like that, stick up his ass.
I know the guy, so... Work.
Well, look, he wasn't so bad. It's just, you know how elder brothers are like. They're all about the rules. And I guess that's why I became a traveling musician and he decided to stay. Well,
right.
How are we going to do this? Just walking out of here? Because...
Well, for the moment, we have authority or liberty to do that. Later, not so sure.
And for that, I'm just going to make a quick roll here. You hear the voice of Aku's companion, the sergeant in the blackened armor, going, hey guys, I think you might want to hurry up. There's been a new missive come in, and there is a weird sound, and then the sound of a body hitting the ground. Boots marching, getting closer.
Good. Roll for perception. Try. I don't know this particular cell, but I know my way around cells, so I...
And also, I believe you have low light vision, so you would do this without disadvantage.
So there's usually, if not a way out, there is at least more than one way to reach the gate.
Not a bad assumption. How about that? Is that better? Thank you kindly, Big Mike.
I got a 7.
With a 7, unfortunately, the paths that you came down were definitely straight as arrows. Not a very complicated prison, but even though you're down at the second sub-level, you step out of the cell, look left, look right. Right is where the boots are coming down. Left, further darkness. There might be no other way but through. You hear the sound of men's voices marching down in unison. It seems that there's a group coming.
Do I have left or right?
Yes.
Okay. So I grab the Birdman and say, hey, we gotta get out of here now.
Yeah, you don't gotta tell me twice. I'm with you.
I suppose that the guy that came with us is now dead.
Well, even with a 7 perception, you see that, I mean, necks don't bend like that if they're working. It looks like somebody hit him with a short, broad javelin right in the neck hole. Aku takes one look and goes, fuck.
Okay. How long would it take me to grab the javelin?
Well, you can run there and back. Call it an athletics check, difficulty of 12, to make good time.
Because I want to, I want to use it as evidence, but if it is the murder weapon, so maybe I shouldn't grab it.
It's a complicated logic. Habeas corpus, as they say.
Just go left. Forget the fucking javelin. Just...
Okay, now your eyes are able to pierce the darkness fairly well, but it is a question of, are you just going, are you going quickly, or are you trying to go stealthily? Makes a difference.
Bit of both, actually. Since, moving quickly and stealthily, it's something that I have done.
In that case, I'm going to ask you for a stealth check. You're not wearing heavy armor, are you?
No.
Okay, so there's no disadvantage imposed here. Now, I have Aku's character sheet somewhere around here, but I know that his agility bonus is pretty good for it.
The dragon skin armor doesn't count as heavy armor. Amen.
Yo.
We have just received our wizard. Let me just make him apparent on the screen, as he is currently off.
Yeah, I'm doing a few things right now as we speak, so I'm sorry if you see that I'm not, but it's going to take me like 15 minutes, no more than less.
Worry not. We're currently working with the other half of the party in the city, so you've got your time. Okay, please make that stealth roll, Zorak.
So I was asking you, the dragon skin armor doesn't count as heavy armor.
So it does count as heavy armor, but it is not metal. So I'll say this. Instead of a disadvantage, take a -2. Just a simple -2 to the roll.
I rolled a 1.
You tell me how do you lose your stealth? Do you trip?
Let's say that because I am used to one particular set of cells, this one is not so easy to navigate, and as I start running, I just...
Look, your memories trip you up.
I run into a set of bars of a different cell.
You swear that there's about to be a left turn here, and instead of that, the bars are just a little bit too close, and you bang, not hard enough to do any damage, but enough for the steel making up the cell wall to ring in the darkness, and that is going to propitiate a series of attack rolls as you hear behind you the boots of the legionnaires coming behind. You're all able to take a very quick look at the pursuing force, and you see that it is a group of legionnaires, 3 abreast, occupying the entire space of the hallway. The ones in front are wearing their scutums, like their their square shields, and so that there is no space to go through. They put them down on the ground, and a row of soldiers behind them launch their javelins at you. So I'm gonna make
some background noise. I don't know.
Amadeus, can you either put sound filters or mute yourself, please?
There he goes. That's perfect. So I've done 3 attacks, of which one is a 3, one is a 7 that misses even your unarmored guest. The other is an 18 on the dice, which, given the bonuses that these boys have, is going to rise all the way up to a 21. Now here's the question. Do you want me to assign that using a dice? Or are you gonna try and take the hit for your allies?
How likely am I to notice the hit?
I mean, I think you would know that an attack is coming because you hear an order. You hear an order come through to say, "Pilums!" You hear the whistling in the air. Now, that being said, since Aku is here and mechanically he is a monk, he does have the ability to stop a strike, and depending on how well he does it, he can even redirect it. So I'm just going to make a quick roll here to see if that is a 1. You know there's a hit coming. I can either roll a 1d4 and assign it, or you can take it.
Can I? Yeah, I'll try to take that. I'll take the hit. Fuck it.
Okay, so that's going to be a... I'm sorry, man. That is a healthy 12 points of damage, piercing. As a fairly thick, heavy, short-range javelin strikes you, and it lodges in. Now, please make a dexterity saving throw, difficulty 12, to avoid having it lodge into your armor. Because you may not know this, but the point of pilums is to become annoying.
14 plus 2.
That does it. You're able to break it off and only leave the tip embedded in your flesh. Now, if there's one thing to be said, it's that the column of soldiers following you moves slowly, each one keeping their shields held up so that there's no space to go through them. There's only one way to go. What will you do?
I mean, if there's just... I can see just 3, but I don't know if there's more coming. So, and it's a tight corridor, so that just spells complication. So, let's see.
Well, that's the thing. Without needing to do a perception check, you know that you can continue going down this corridor, and from... like, there's got to be an end to it. Or maybe there's another sub-level. Or you can try to go through them and go up.
I have an idea. I'm going to tell Aku to get into one open cell. And so, describe to me, are the cells like one in front of the other?
Yes, one in front of the other. It is very much a straight corridor. You were... how do I put this? Hawkmoth's cell was a lot closer to the stairway. You have gone further down. Not down in level, but further away from the stairs. But it is otherwise, yeah, a perfectly straight hallway.
Okay. So, checking if they are open, and of course empty. I'm going to tell Aku to enter one, and I'm going to enter the opposite. What do I want to do? I want to divide them and make them and force them to break formation.
Okay, that could...
Or if they all decide to enter one of the cells, 2 things are going to happen. They're going to have to enter one by one, and they're going to turn their backs on their other, on whoever is on the other cell.
Why don't you roll me a luck check, see if you actually find any open cells? Because you generally close the door, even if there's nobody in.
11. I don't think I have any modifiers for that.
Nope, luck checks are kind of like that, but it is above a 10, so I'll say you do find one, but not one that is open on the opposite side. So you could try this gamble. One person could stay behind and try to get at the soldiers from the back.
Well, if it's one, I can enter the cell. Aku stays on the hallway. Because, so I'm going to bring Hawkwind with me, stay behind me. So that's going to force the soldiers to come into the cell, at least 2.
Very well. So Aku says, all right then. Guess it's the depths for me. I'll try to run down.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Okay. So Aku is going to try to make a stealth check. I keep the results of that secret to myself. And slowly, ploddingly, the soldiers come up to you, up to the bars of the cell. Now, are you going to try... How do I describe this? Are you trying to remain unseen? Or are you trying to get their attention that you've gone inside?
Well, maybe for now remain unseen, giving them the chance to pass, and at least grab one by surprise.
Okay, make me a stealth check, please.
-2 again?
In this case, you're not moving, so I'll say no. You can roll it complete.
Not 20.
You fade into the darkness. You clamp a hand over your, I guess, companion. Prisoner is not exactly a term. You are actually kind of springing him out. It's kind of easy because he's got a beak, so all you have to do is go. But even he gets the subject quite quickly. The soldiers pass, looking into the cells, one of them carrying a small lamplight, and the lamp washes over your feet, but doesn't touch your toes. You remain unseen. It was a group of 10 men heading down the hall. As they pass, there is a moment, not of silence, but you know that they're, from the resounding of their footsteps, you know they're far away enough that you could come out and sprint up if you so want.
Okay. I don't know what the monk skills are, but he does look capable enough that if I cause enough of a distraction, he could pass through the group without much difficulty.
That doesn't sound bad, necessarily.
Okay. So I signal Hawkmoth to move towards the stairs, and once he is far enough, I will... I don't know if I want to do a lethal attack, but I want to do something that's going to cause enough of a distraction. And this is not just distraction. I want them to break formation.
Certainly seems difficult. These men look trained, and they know that it is their formation that protects them.
I'm gonna run at them and ram.
From the back, okay.
Yeah.
You can make an attack check with advantage.
Unarmed, I guess. It's +7. Okay, so it's 14 + 7. That's a 21.
With that, you're able to hit.
Looking to ram and cause like a domino effect.
Right. So what's your current athletics?
4.
With a 4, you were able to smash into the back of the formation as they're slowly moving through and trying to make sure that they leave no corner unseen. And they're so focused on what they're doing, you attack without... you bowl a little over half of them like pins. If they were in front, it'd be one thing, but everybody is relying on the man behind them to be extra muscle pointed back, so it just catches them off footing. And there is a clatter of equipment as, swords and equipment falls to the ground. And in that moment, you see that Aku was not further down the hallway, but actually doing the splits up on the ceiling. That's how he was doing his particular stealth check.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make a quick roll here. That's an 18. He falls down and manages to do a couple of swift kicks on the two guys that are still up. And
Okay, so I want to like turn around and put my hands last like a piggyback, so to grab it.
absolutely, listen, he falls down, kicks a couple of guys in the head. There's enough momentum for him to fall on your shoulders, and you're starting to go back up the little slope that there is in the prison. And on the way, you manage to grab Hawkwind like a football and start making your way up. You actually make it all the way to the end of the first basement. You've actually covered quite a lot more space than you expect. And there is a moment where some of the prisoners, the few prisoners that are currently there, see somebody clearly making a break for it and go, yeah, whoa, yeah. You get cheers coming in from the sides. And then, as the three of you reach the final
We
stairway...
need some banjo music for this, because this was some...
That was some absolute bullshit, but hey, I love it. I was, listen, I shouldn't do this as a GM, but I was planning for you guys to go into the darkness. Anyways, there were cool spiders and shit. However, as you reach the final approach, the last set of stairs that goes into the station proper, and then it's only a quick jaunt on the way out, there's one more person blocking your path. I don't even have to describe him, do I?
Brutus.
Brutus, indeed. The man is looking down the stairs, holding his shield with his sword not drawn, and a face of, what the fuck is going on? He is clearly missing one of his two pilums from his back.
So I don't really stop moving. I said, we had a slight disagreement. The guys are a little bit upset downstairs. Don't worry. I just keep going.
Please make me some kind of bluff check. Like this guy killed a man, but he's also been so severely intimidated during last session that I'm going to allow him to have a moment of complete stupidity. If you can roll me a charisma check over 15, he doesn't react in time to stop you.
Nope, it's a 9.
I'm just gonna make an attack roll here. That's a 5 from Brutus. This is like, the rules definitely are not meant for this, but let me just attack with a coup as well. That is a 20. I am also going to add a stunning strike to that. Let me just see if... So, here's a joke structure. An orc carrying a monk and a parrot under his arm passes by a jailer. The monk issues a stunning strike. What's the name of the play? Bad joke structure. You are out into the open. It doesn't even take that much further to get away from the lack of coordination that is happening inside the jailhouse. It is currently bright midday. The city, as much as you've seen it, only now there are these red strings hanging everywhere for no particular reason. Hawkwind looks to you and goes, "So what now?"
Okay. Well. So I know that the God damn it, Loki's lab is not a good option. Going back to the bar is not a good option either. How far up the monkey are we? Damn, that's a phrase.
You're currently at the foot level. You're at the foot fetish level. So the closest friendly place that you think you know is the house of that one guardsman that took you in the first time you came here.
No, I don't want to get him into trouble. So I want to go and, using what I already have as this, cover myself in the disguise.
I'm just gonna make an intelligence check for your party member, Hawkwind, here, see if he can. That's a 7. No good. I'm sorry,
So
man. We got a few friends now. And then...
So I want to move into and blend into like the shanty parts of the... You know.
You want to go into the shanty town. You want to call it the low quarter. Not that it's exactly a shanty town. There's not a lot of extreme poverty to be seen here, but you do know...
There's enough people to blend in.
Yes. So we'll call that...
The Undercity.
Yeah, well, yes, fair enough. Let's call that a stealth check with advantage. Given that the police has just had their heads knocked together.
14 plus 5. That's a 19.
With a 19, you disappear into the throng of people while your companions try to think up of an idea of a safe place or a safe harbor. Now, as for our friend, the wizard, and Murakhan, Amadeus, are you ready?
You're muted.
We're still split party, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do this, and when you go back to him, I'll continue. Let's go.
Okay, let me just see if I can... I don't know why I can't access my audio software place. It seems to be a little screwed.
Oh, but you know what? I'm just gonna ask for 1 minute. Hold on.
For our other half of the party, we come into a very strange scenario. You are currently huddling next to the... Oh, wait. Shall we wait for our wizard?
Yeah, he said he'd need a minute.
It is likely that he'll need the reminder.
I'm gonna grab some water
right.
and...
Go for it, brother man.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry. I just was getting a drink.
Excellent. So, as for our wizard and our ranger, the last time we left you, you had just finished combat. You had managed to take out, or rather take control, of the construct that was scouring the ancient battlefield. The monstrosity of stone and, necromancy, called the Cadaver Collector. And perhaps more importantly, you'd managed to rescue a skeleton, a being made out of pure silver, or at least so it seemed, that was missing its skull. You managed to stop the rampaging construct, put the skull on top of the skeleton, and after a few brief moments of setting itself into place, the avian head turned its hollow yet seeing eyes upon you and said, "My thanks. It had been most uncomfortable to be split in this manner. To whom do I owe thanks?"
Amadeus de Corinthia.
"It is a pleasure. I am Hawkmoth, Princeps of
Hold
Tenki."
on. Wait. Sorry, is Murakhan with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I introduced Murakhan as well.
Juana Leguana, pleasure to meet you.
This
He does not
Only
say
I
this.
can- okay, no, I was gonna say only I can call him anyone.
Ah, yes. True friendship. Such a good thing to see. Well, gentlemen, if I may ask, how is it that you have come here to save me from this post-mortal peril?
Well, let's see. So, and I gave him a quick brief of everything what's going on, so we don't have to do a lot of talking and
You give him a quick explanation and go,
yeah. So I just go fast forward.
Well, it is useful. It is definitely a useful thing. Yada, yada, yada are some of my favorite words, you see. And as he says that, he strums the lute. Which, by the way, it's a beautiful fucking instrument.
Remember that I have his skeleton grabbed by the spine still.
Hey, could you nod?
No.
Why?
Morgan, please let the man go.
It's rude.
We need the team first. I work with prizes. I don't work with favors.
I'm just gonna make a quick attack check here. What's your AC?
16.
That's a 17. So very quickly, the strumming skeleton bird man takes his loot and in a single fluid motion goes "Wah-bah!" and hits you for 3d6 lightning damage. You're also flung off. Let me just make the That's 11 points of lightning damage. Do you have any resistances to that?
Nope.
So, yeah, you get
You get thunder bitch slapped.
You get bonked over the head, and Amadeus, because you're the one seeing this from a point of view, when the loot makes contact with Murakan's head, there is a sound like the strumming of a guitar, and also the call of a peal of lightning as Murakan's body is blasted away. You see that
ORO thing.
You see that the skeleton takes it back into strumming position and says, "I'm not gonna take it personal, but you understand."
Okay.
Mr. Sir, I'm
wait.
sorry. He's a nice guy. He's just a little bit rough on the edges. Now, Morgan, sit, stay, sir.
Now
So,
let me spin, and I want you to roll another dice for that attack, because I'm going to spend one lucky point to see that attack really hits.
Okay.
You have to roll with disadvantage with my lucky point.
Oh, I have to. Very well. Let's try that. That is a 2. So time rolls back by the powerful effects of Dungeons and Dragons magic, and instead the loot only graces the top of one of your horns, and there is a sound of a peal of lightning, but you don't take any damage. As Hawkmoth says, know that they're brothers, so it's a little confusing. Shit. Well, I guess that's what happens when you can't aim. So, like, what do you...
Okay, let's do this the old way. I'm going to let you go, but you have to drop your weapon. I'm not going to tell you to drop it far, just drop it on your feet.
I'm not gonna drop it. It's an instrument. I'm just gonna... He puts it down on the ground gently. It's a beautiful piece of work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he works a lot. When he drops the loot,
so now,
I drop his spine.
all right. So, are you guys done measuring your cocks?
Measuring cocks, huh?
Okay. So here's the thing. If we wanted to kill you, sir, we wouldn't have put your head back in place. So, Murakan, let's talk to the man and let him be thankful and be polite. We don't have to kill him. We don't have to kill everything that moves. Okay?
But I don't need to be friends with everything that moves as well.
No, you can be polite, which is different.
You
I'm
should
not
heed
being
your
paid for that.
friend.
I'm not being
Such
paid
wisdom.
for that.
Don't you worry. Anyways, he's a little bit rough on the edges, but he's a nice guy sometimes. Anyways,
Such wisdom will take you far.
Where was I? Oh yeah, so we need what's the name of the object that we need, guys?
Thunder Roar. You need my loot. You need to take it, give it to my brother, and make sure that the snakes are thrown out of my city. I'm afraid that I would not be welcome back there, as this I have done is a sin. An unforgivable sin. But, well,
Okay.
I wasn't ready to go just yet.
All right. So, do you have a problem
Respect
giving
that.
us your loot now, sir?
But for the pain of it, no. Its purpose would be wasted
May I
in my
grab it?
hands. You may have it.
May I grab it? Thank you very much. So I grab the loot and I put it in my bag.
It goes in there, no problem. It's a powerful magical
Okay.
object, but you've seen some like it before. There's no curse.
Oh no, I'm going to study it as soon as I'm gone. I'm just showing some respect in front of the man. Morgan is driving the way back.
Now,
Well,
from
just
what I
studying.
understand, not only are you capable of doing a glamour for me, but you are in the employ of my cousin, White Orchid. Well, I may not be welcome at my place anymore.
Why don't you go back to the settlement then? We will receive you there.
That's what I was aiming at. You
Yeah,
were a
we
quick
have a
one.
lot of excommunicated and weirdos there. You will feel natural.
So, if you want to go there, the quickest way is, and I point in the direction that I think is the quick. You know what, Morgan? Can you tell him?
Actually, you could.
I can sense the direction in the shadow, right?
As a matter of fact, yes. To you, it feels... It's a pull in one of your new magical senses. You think you would have a hard time losing it, as a matter of fact.
Nice. Finally, I became the ultimate GPS.
Hey, listen. What is magic but technology? And
Yeah.
blah-de-la-de-la.
Well, I do that, and actually, I want to see if around us, on the way back, we're not going to encounter the fucking dogs because I'm fucking traumatized with that. So I want to sense the direction of the settlement. I kind of scoop a little the direction back to the city or where we are supposed to meet with the people, with everyone that's again.
So here's the thing. You can always find the settlement again, but by now you think you could do sort of a reverse type thing in which you know that the Angle Hounds will be closer to the city. So even if it's scary, if you went seeking sensing for that which you're afraid, you would paradoxically have an easier time finding your direction. So roll a survival check to orient yourself most efficiently.
Okay. That's a 19 in the dice. Is 24 total.
Okay. So, Amadeus, you're able to see Murakhan do his dropping into the shadow thing, which is kind of funny. Like, it's like he becomes liquid, disappears into the ground, and then pops back up on a slightly different shadow between the trees. It's almost as if he's just always coming around from a corner. It's very synesthetic in that way. And when he comes back up, he seems to have a formed sense of direction. City's that way. You couldn't lose it even if you tried. But I'll say this, Murakhan, you did hear the baying of the Angle Hounds. It feels like if you... Well, you can probably travel with Amadeus closer. You will... If you tried to do it the fast way, which is through the shadow sleeve, you may catch attention. Otherwise, It's going to be more time than you know you have. So, what will you do, gentlemen? How will you traverse the terrain?
Okay.
Let's go to the shadows thingy wingy and see what the fuck we gotta deal with.
The what?
Let's take the fast way.
I'm telling you, if we go there, they're gonna find us, and we don't have time to lost with those motherfuckers. And they
Okay,
are
and how
annoying
do you-
too. So
How do you plan that we go then?
Can you
Without
just
wasting time.
fly?
Can you fly
We
all the
are-
way? What's the duration of your flying ability?
Mine is 10 minutes, but he's he's a wizard. Don't just wizards just go flying everywhere?
I mean, if
I
you
do
punch
have
them
to
hard
fly.
enough.
No, I do have the fly.
Because the
Fly.
stone is not with you, right?
That's right. You actually left that in Tanky.
What?
Your
The stone,
stone
the jade
saucer.
stone.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to fly then. Fuck.
Let's do this. I'm going to go all the way where until I think is safe for us, as fast as we can, and then we fly from there. Is that good with
Okay,
you?
that sounds.
I think that's sensible. You can definitely try to cut some distance before you take up into the air. In order to do that, I'll let you choose whether you make me a perception check to know when you are in range of detection of your angle hounds, or I'll allow you to do a stealth check. Even through the shadow sleeve, you know by now that there are different ways of moving and contorting your soul, your body, to move faster or, draw less attention.
If I do the stealth check, can I use another skill on top of that?
Do you
Like
have...
pass without trace?
I believe you could.
Even
Okay.
in the shadow sleeve?
I think it applies. Is it a concentration spell?
Where is? Oh shit, yes. It is a concentration spell. So it will be hard to maintain
You'd
the
be able to
spell
do it
during-
with disadvantage. I'd allow you to do it with disadvantage, even knowing that you get the bonus from pass without trace. So you're gonna be... It's like trying to hold in a fart when you've got a coughing fit. Well, you can do it. It's just gonna take some finesse.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it with Pass Without Trace. That's a plus 10, man. It will be hard not to get it. Disadvantage is that I have to pick the lower one, right?
That's correct.
I hope I picked the right dice today.
Hang on, let me just... Hang on. Let me just make the scale in my head fair, because most of this I'm making up as we're going along, because writer's block. I don't want to just be unfair and be like, oh, hit stupid number. Like, okay, please roll now and give me the result.
Okay. Well, that's an 18 in one and a 16 in the other.
So, if we tally that up, do you get above a 30?
Yeah, we're talking about 26 to 32.
So, in well-balanced D&D, which is not what this is, a result above a 30 is something... It's the actions of gods. Okay? So, synesthetically, even you who are making the action have a hard time understanding exactly how you've done it. But not only have you crossed over this distance more swiftly than even the shadows flee from light, you've somehow managed to place yourself in the shadow of your friend's footsteps. You are currently holding on to Amadeus tightly in the shadow sleeve, while also hiding beneath the boots of Zurok as he walks around the city. There is a moment of disconcerting fluidity to your form as you feel that it's not that you walked all the way over there, it's that through your connection with Jin, you became larger than the world you are in, and it was just a matter of pulling it towards you and being there.
Holy shit.
As for Zuruk and his pet bird and his pet...
Yeah. That was deep.
Yeah, it was some fucked up shit. So, as for Zuruk, you feel that one of your feet is currently like you've got a Nike. There's like a springy shadow underneath, and it's just a lot more comfortable. You look down and your boot is an Air Jordan. Oh, sorry. No, but you feel a presence that is familiar to you, and then a little voice in your ear that you recognize as Jin, the Shadow Dragon, goes, "Hey, boss, we're here too. We got out. It worked. Don't step on that shit. Don't step on that."
Don't worry. My
No,
best.
I think that the first thing that voice says is, "Hola, soy tuano."
Que tiene la tubería rota.
Take 1d4 meme damage.
Okay,
Anyways,
so I know that they are there. So I'm looking for a quiet alley or corner
All
where
of a
they can
sudden-
pop out.
Hawkwind is poking you in the ribs and going, hey, see that on the ground?
What?
He points to the ground in the dusty footsteps of the crowd, and you see that it's very immediately visible to the eye. Between the regular footsteps, there are also these painted red footprints, as if somebody had slathered their feet with red paint before going on a walk. Just follow that. They'll never find us there. Well, they might find me there, but they won't find you.
I follow the footsteps, and as I'm going, I like on low voice, I ask him, "What the fuck is this? Where are we going?"
It's a place of healing. No, shut up. And have you brushed your teeth lately? So, you follow the footsteps around the low levels of the city, and they take a couple of turns. They actually go into a building and then come out. You can see that it's not like they've doubled in on themselves, but clearly these are the steps of one person. And eventually you reach the underhang of the knee of the monkey, which actually, creates this constant shade for a small area of the shantier parts of town. You see that there is a building that is larger. It's got several levels to it, and for lack of a better term, it smells good. There are silk pennants hanging from poles on the outside, and there are now several sets of those red footsteps heading inside.
All right. How alone are we?
Not very, but also no legionnaires to be seen around here.
Yeah, because I want to let these guys out, but not in the middle of, "Oh, there's a bunch of people here, and one of them is a reborn." So,
Well, it's up to you. Again, Hawkwind says, "Look, just go inside. Let me talk to them. I'll get us somewhere private to talk."
let me roll. I'm gonna roll for perception and try to find, like, there's gotta be like an alleyway where there's nobody.
Give
or
it a try.
behind a tree or some shit.
Give it a try, but the area is bustling.
15.
With a 15, you don't see anywhere particularly comfortable, but you think if you head down a couple of streets down here, and it's actually a place where the statue nearly meets the ground, where like there's the joint of the foot, then to the knee going up, and there's finally deep enough shadows that you think you wouldn't be seen if there was a group of people, such as you and your friends.
All right. So
This will do for now.
And I say, I tell Hogwind, "Don't freak out. You guys can come out."
Poof, your friends pop out of the ground, almost as if it's like when you're underwater, but you're wearing a floaty. So you just go, woof, and all of a sudden there is a wizard, an iguana, and a warrior and a bird-headed man standing under a monkey's knee. Yo, you're friends with the police?
Fine. Oh, let's go to your place. Let's go. Move. Guys, come with us.
So Amadeus, you know for a fact that this is. Let's just say that out of the people here, you would know right away what kind of building this is. Or do you? It's clearly a whorehouse. You're all being taken to a whorehouse. So you, as a group, you stumble through the silken walls, and inside you see. How do I describe?
Horse.
How do I describe?
Horse.
Una caballota. So you see, no, but it's how do I put this? The woman that is reclining on a massive, what's the word here? Like a massive ottoman in front of you is sexual as fuck, but there is no. If you walked into a goddess's house, a goddess of fertility, would that make her a whore? I don't think so. And she welcomes the group in, saying, "Hello, Birdie. We're happy to have you again. Oh, you brought friends."
I'm just there. Like, how big is she? Is she like normal size, or is she?
She's taller than you. She is broad, and how do I put this? You know how Temok is a war form, and he's kind of terrifying in that he's all muscle, and there is no fat, no unneeded tissue to him. This woman is a love form. She is fertility and acceptance and grace. It's up to you if you want to see that as being dirty, but her golden eyes just flutter open and closed, and she goes, "I see you brought some friends."
Oh, wow.
What can we do for you here? Welcome to the House of Healing.
So I just I'm staring at her in awe, but I just push the bird to go talk, like he said. Like, do you think?
Hey, Mary. Fortunately, it's not business or healing this time. I need to lay low for a little bit. Oh, Birdie. What have you done now? They've sprung me
Raise
out.
my hand. I raise my hand. We're about to overthrow the government.
Ah, well, I can't say I'm opposed to that. I don't like snakes, you see. And then from side rooms, other massive women, each one as beautiful as this one, if not more, just come in and go, "Oh, we're on your side for this one."
I like the sound of that.
I look at the hawk and say, "I like you.
Yeah.
I like you."
Be respectful, please. These are priestesses, not whatever. I mean, I've heard some things from people of the mist. I need you to understand. This is sacred. Okay? These girls are my friends, but they're also my superiors, technically, right now. So, enjoy everything there is to offer, but behave yourselves.
That's what
When you say enjoy everything there is to offer, what do you mean exactly? What is there to offer?
A woman about as big as... A woman that is so much, like, to you, she is now of your size, like, puts a finger under your chin. And then takes it away with a flirty eye.
So, I'll see you guys later.
And so, the party separates for a time, as in this here temple, I'm going to fade to black for the purposes of our
Well,
audience,
since he mentioned healing, I approach, I don't know if the main one or any of them, and say, excuse me, can someone take a look up at this? The tip of the javelin.
so, oh, that looks painful, says one of the giantesses as she goes, do you have time to... How are you with pain?
Well accustomed to it.
We can make this a little easier. So she takes you by the hand to a side room where, on the one hand, it looks like a boudoir. On the other, there is a table next to which are a bunch of very beautifully maintained surgical instruments. As you are laid down, she hands you a little bag containing herbs, and she says, smell it. It's very herbal, it's very strong, and in the moment that it hits your nose like a whiff of strong mustard, you feel that she also just pulls on the pillow head and it slides out. There is pain. It's not that you've been giving a tranquilizer, but your senses are so completely
That's a
engrossed.
distraction.
Yes, your senses are so taken by the smell that the pain becomes just one more signal.
I just go, okay, that is a lot better than what Gaskell used to do.
Oh. She then takes her nose close to your wound and goes, oh, you have not used the blood.
No.
Oh, that makes it a little more difficult, but nothing we can't help with. And, you get bandaged up. Your arm then gets put into a basin of warm water, and she says, hold this. It should do the effect before the end of the night. And now, I'm going to fade to black here, gentlemen, because I would like to give this a little bit of justice with some prepared text the next time we meet. I must say this. You don't just get healed in body, you get healed in soul.
Do we level up for this encounter? You say body and soul.
I just
Renewed.
I just pulled off the coolest prison break ever.
I'll say this. How about you roll me a athletics check?
All of us?
Athletic.
Yeah, all of you.
It's not acrobat. No, it's not acrobatics. It's athletic.
Nice.
Very much. You can level up. I'm just determining whether you'll start next session with a level of exhaustion.
18 plus 2 is 20.
Okay, so that passes. Barely. So you won't have a level of exhaustion. But yes, gentlemen, you may level up for the start of our next session, as your time in the House of Healing makes you stronger than you ever felt before. Now, I'm sorry if this has been just a very, very short snap. Truly, I just wanted us to play a little bit since we hadn't in such a long time.
You meant athletics, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Papi, it's 17 plus 4. That's 21.
Damn,
You
the,
pass.
the old man have more strength than me.
He's a reborn.
Yeah, right.
Hey, listen, and
And,
now
I haven't seen some of this in a while, so.
And I'll say this, you realize why this House of Healing is built at ground level, because whatever happens here makes the building shake in such a way that you don't think you'd want to be on a floating platform.
Okay, I can justify my 9 by saying that Surok didn't have a lot of sex in his life.
This changes some shit for you. Like some horizons are broadened, is what I'll say. But I think that's where I'll leave it for the moment. I know it was short, but I hope it was sweet.
It was pretty